What's up, everybody? Squirrelman's back again. Sitting here in Ohio. Oh no, I think I'm in Indiana. I don't know. Whatever. uh, I spent the last night in Chicago. That was actually a lot less painful than I thought it would be because I hate going up there. But it was actually pretty easy, and I made like super easy money. I basically got paid for doing nothing, so that was cool. Um, I got like 9 more days and I get to go home. Thank God, man. I'm so happy about that. I appreciate all the comments you guys have been leaving. Um, I got half a mind to tell more prison stories on here because I feel like I get attention for that. And, you know, if you guys are interested in it, I'll do it. I don't care. I mean, that's not something I really talk about all the time. I really don't. I try to put it outside my mind because it drives me crazy. Like, I think about that shit every single day, no matter how many years go by. I still think about it, and it drives me crazy. But um, somebody asked about lot lizards, and somebody else asked about how I got the name Squirrel Man or Squirrel. That was kind of funny. I used to work at this tire distribution warehouse. Basically, they're like the middleman. So if you go into a Firestone place, right, like a tire shop, right, and say, hey, I want to buy some tires. Well, where do they get them from? They used to get them from me, from where I was working. We were like the middleman, right? Which is, and if you buy tires, you need to find the middleman because going to the store, they're robbing you. I'm telling you, they upcharge everything. I learned that real quick. So anyway, the warehouse was like 60,000 square foot. It was huge. We had over 60,000 tires in there, you know. And my boss would be, he would, like all of us, not just my boss, like when we're looking for somebody, we're like, hey, Joe, or whoever, you know, we're screaming across this giant warehouse. We're sick and tired of doing that, you know, because it's a pain in the ass. Well, one day, my boss decided to download this app. It was a two-way radio app. It was really cool. He was like, okay, I need everybody to download this app on their phone, right? And the way it worked was no matter what you were doing, it would overtake whatever you were doing on your phone and it would speak through it. For example, I'm riding in my truck one day, in my personal truck. I'm just driving down the road, jamming out the radio, and all of a sudden I hear his voice come over. Like it totally interrupted what I was doing. But getting back to the how I got the name, when he first told us to download the app, and we all had it and it got set up, we were joking about call signs, you know, and I joked, I was like, I'm Squirrel Man, and everybody started laughing, and then other people come up with names, and ever since then it just stuck, you know. So, but yeah, I was riding down the road in the truck that one day, and I'm just jamming out to the radio, and all of a sudden I hear so-and-so Squirrel Man, so-and-so Squirrel Man. I was like, what the hell? Where's that coming from? It came right over my radio. I was like, that's so cool. And then I clicked a button on my phone and I was able to talk to him. And as soon as we didn't want to talk anymore, the radio just came back on. I was like, that is awesome, man. It was, I have no idea what it was called, but I'm sure you can find it in your phone if you wanted some kind of two-way radio app. Yeah, I thought that was awesome. Another person asked about, lot lizards and stuff like that. Man, I've talked about lot lizards before. I can tell you guys, the only time I really saw lot lizards, and to be honest, that's not something I look for. I think that's disgusting, you know. But anyway, the only time I really saw them was when I was out west in like Arizona and California. You know, you'd be sitting in your truck in the middle of the night, and you would see some girl just walk in front of your truck. And she's fishing is what she's doing. She's just sitting there going like this, or she's the bait, and she's just waiting for some guy to say, hey, come over here, you know? And I sure as shit wasn't going to do that. But, and I'll tell you what, man, today, with all the diseases out that there are nowadays, it's so nasty thinking about that. And like these girls have been run through so many times. There's like a 90% chance they probably got an STD already. I'll tell you what, I was just watching this the other day. I was watching a video. You know those videos on YouTube where you're watching somebody watch something and they're reacting and giving their opinion on it? Well, this guy, and he's being really serious, you know, he's being sincere. He's not laughing at this girl, but this girl was very young. She was probably like 22 years old, and she had just caught herpes from this guy that she hooked up with. And I'm like, I felt terrible for her, man, because I'm like, she's so young, and now she just made a really dumb mistake, and she's got to live with it for the rest of her life, you know? And having said that, for those of you who might be laughing, how many of you have hooked up with somebody on the first date, you know? That could happen to anybody. You know, anybody can draw that short straw. So it's really not funny. It's actually really sad, you know, because the girl's so young. Yeah, she's a moron, but she doesn't deserve that, you know. She doesn't deserve to have to suffer for that mistake for the rest of her life, you know. That's not right, you know. And the guy was a piece of shit. And then the way she was talking about it, it's like I had to feel terrible for her because of the pain she was going through. She was just like, I can't sit down, I can't walk, I can't do anything. It's just like, it's just so painful. And I'm like, man, that's just, oh my God. I thank my lucky stars that never happened to me. And that's why I keep to myself. I don't talk to women that much. Like, it's just not worth the risk anymore, man. I'd rather spend my money on myself, you know? It's crazy, the world, the way it is nowadays. But, yeah, if you're thinking about taking a girl on the road, make sure it's somebody you know. You know what you need to do? This is what you do. This is how you test her. You take that girl and say, okay, I'll take you on the road. Make sure you're in like a parking lot somewhere and say, I want you to go pee right next to that dumpster. And she's going to look at you like you're fucking crazy. Like, why the hell are you talking to me like that? Because that's the kind of shit you're going to have to do when you're out here on the road. You're going to have to piss in like 5,000 places you don't want to. You're not going to have a choice, you know? So ask her, say, yeah, go piss right next to that dumpster where all that dirty crap and trash laying all over the place. If you can piss next to that, you can get in my truck. Because that, I'm telling you, I could not tell you how many places I've had to take a leak that I didn't want to, you know? Or how many places I've had to take a dump that I didn't want to, you know? It's just part of living out here on the road. It's part of the life. There's nothing you can do about it. You know, that's why I keep a huge supply of wet wipes in here, man, because that's the other thing. You ask her, can you go 3 days without taking a shower? You know, she's like, if she's one of those princess types, don't set yourself up, man. No matter what she says, no, don't take her on the road. Those princess types will not last 2 days out here. They will be driving you insane, and you'll be like living in Virginia, and you'll be way out west in like freaking Idaho or some shit, and this woman is driving you insane, and you can't just leave her on the side of the road. You gotta hang out with her all the way back, you know? So yeah, don't set yourself up for that, man. If she's a real tough type, you know, if she can hold her own, then maybe. But if you want to test her, like out on the road, take her on a short trip, you know, like just a couple of states away, and make her do everything. Make her do everything. Make her get out, hook up the hoses, crank up the wheel, or the crank arm. Make her do everything, dude. Make her open the doors back there. You know, make her pump the diesel. If she can do all that and not complain about it, then she might stand a chance of being out here on the road with you for like 2 weeks. You know, because I guarantee you, if you get on my truck, you are going to be my slave. I'm going to make you do everything just to see if you can handle it. Because that you're not going to get on this truck and think that you're riding for free. It's not going to happen. Because I guarantee you, if you're a female in my truck, I already know I'm going to end up buying you shit. I already know I'm going to end up feeding you, which is going to cost me a shit ton of money. So you're not going to sit on my truck for free. You know, you're not going to sit in the nice, cool truck in the summer while I'm out there pumping gas. And you're not going to sit in the nice heat when I'm out there pumping gas and it's 5 degrees outside. You know, you're going to be out there just like I am. I hope I answered y'all's questions. Yeah, the Squirrel Man story was, I mean, it was funny back in the day. That's been like, what's that been like, over 2.5 years ago now? Yeah, because the other thing was, Have y'all ever been to like a Home Depot and you go in there and they have those rafters that are like way up, like they stack like 3 or 4 high, you know, they keep stuff way up there, and you got to get on that, it's not a forklift, I forget what it's called, but you got to get on one of those to get up there. That was another reason why that name was brought up, you know, because I used to climb up in those things all the time, you know, to get tires, and it's scary, dangerous up there, man, because you're working with this much space, and it's so easy to trip and bust your ass up there and fall and break your neck, you know. Anyways, yeah, please leave some comments if you got any more questions, any more ideas. I'd love to help y'all out. I implore y'all to ask more questions about, you know, my past or whatever. I don't care. I mean, but within reason, man. Be reasonable, dude. You know, I don't like putting all my business out there, but I mean, I'll answer questions if I can, you know. But I'm not the guy that puts all his business on the internet. That's stupid. People that do that are fucking morons. You know, like people that just every single thing that happens to them in a day, they have to post it. I'm like, there's no mystery to this person. This person is boring. Like, I already know everything about them, you know? And I just think that's dumb, dude. There's a lot of things in your life are meant for you and your family, not for the whole world to see on the internet. That's just foolish and stupid. So anyway, please like, share. Please share. Sharing is caring. All right, common sense ain't common.